He would get high and do whatever he wanted to do, crazy stuff. The CFO, William Morris Endeavor, a man died in his home dungeon. In his home dungeon. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not saying this to just. It's not a fake. It's not nothing. You can look it up right now.
They might have swept it off the internet.
Yeah, no, it's true. And wait, the police didn't even. The police, man, dead. But the police didn't do nothing. What is that? This is Hollywood. All this stuff is going. It's people got a whole bunch of stuff going on, right? And we walked in on it.
Hollywood isn't just lights, cameras, and fame. It's a place where power, drugs, and secrets often run unchecked. In a shocking revelation, Terry Crews steps forward to expose the dark underbelly of the industry. He recalls a horrifying incident at a Hollywood party where a high-ranking executive attempted a sexual assault right in front of others. This wasn't just inappropriate behavior, it was a blatant abuse of power. Terry's bravery in speaking out highlights the reality many in Hollywood face, often silenced or swept under the rug. Today, we dive deep into his story, uncovering the 6 celebrities caught in the Epstein-style scandal that has shaken Hollywood to its core.
We literally at this party, this guy comes and he's grabbing me, man, and I'm going, get off me, man, what are you doing? And he looked me in my eyes and he was sticking his tongue out overtly sexually to me. I mean, it was no mistake that this was a sexual type tongue move. And I'm going, and I'm thinking it's a joke. I'm thinking, is this how this guy breaks the ice? I don't understand what this is. I reach my hand out and he takes his right hand and under mine and immediately squeezes, grabs my genitals and I'm jumping back like, hey, whoa. And he jumps back and he still does this tongue stuff and he's making weird noises and then he comes back again and grabs me again. And I slap his hand away, push him back more forcefully, and I'm like, what are you doing?
What Terry experienced wasn't an isolated incident. He emphasizes how pervasive this culture of exploitation is, where men and women are subjected to sexual harassment and intimidation. The trauma he faced didn't just impact him physically, it shook him emotionally and professionally. Many victims remain silent, fearing repercussions or career setbacks. But Terry refused to be silenced, choosing instead to go public, knowing that speaking out could prevent similar abuse for others in Hollywood's elite circles.
The man was high on something.
He's on something. I'm like, yo, I am not part of that party.
Fan club, yeah.
Bruh. And so when he literally was like, I was about to kill him. But this is what happened. And this is where we talk about Hollywood and the next thing. When this happens, I'll never forget, I just felt so emasculated. When he called me the next day, the agent called me up, my bad. Huh? Bruh. Remember I told you? Hey, wait, if somebody tries to get your trust unconditionally,
oh yeah.
Hey man,
oh no.
That does not work.
Yeah.
I said, that doesn't work. I said, I have given y'all millions of dollars and you embarrass me in that way, in front of my wife, in front of this whole thing, and you won't say my bad? You slipped up. And that's it.
Should've walked in.
And wait, and I went to the heads, I went to everybody, and they told me like, and the head of William Morris Endeavor looked at me and said,
even after the assault, the story doesn't end. The executives involved tried to dismiss the incident, minimizing Terry's trauma and offering apologies that were far from adequate. This is the Hollywood system at work, protecting powerful figures while discouraging victims from speaking out. Terry's fight wasn't just personal. It became a battle against a system that rewards secrecy and shields abusers. He highlights how agencies like William Morris Endeavor often turn a blind eye, prioritizing profit over people. The stakes were high, yet Terry's courage set the stage for exposing a wider network of abuse and corruption.
I said, bro, I can't let this happen. He said, give it your best shot.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
You understand how evil that is. If you tell me I work for you. When that is the thing. You telling me I'm paying you, but yet you still my slave. You're the goyim.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey man. So
I went right there.
I already
Said a
went
lot
public
right there.
before. I said, okay. So we went public together. We went on a whole thing. You can't do this. You can't do it. Sexual assault is real. This and that. We was on Dr. Phil. We was on Today Show. We was on this. I said, and I told her, I said, you cannot. I said, hey man, this dude. And then when I went and I did those tweets, because what happened is the Me Too movement happened. I said, this happened to me. And everybody went, what? And you gotta understand, had I not been through what we have been through, I would have never, see, because that's the thing.
To ensure accountability, Terry went public. Appearing on Dr. Phil and Today Show and sharing his story on social media, he made it clear that sexual assault in Hollywood could no longer stay hidden. His revelation connected directly to larger Epstein-style networks, where powerful individuals exploit their influence to commit crimes without consequences. Through his actions, Terry encouraged other victims, both men and women, to come forward, showing that even in an industry dominated by secrecy and intimidation, justice and truth can prevail.
Everybody
put
wants
that
to
guy
keep
on
the
his
secrets.
head.
If I had secrets,
Yeah.
you ain't telling, you can't talk
Yeah,
freely.
yeah.
But I was a whole person. And I said, no one can go. You gotta understand how many people got off the plane, the truck, or the bus in Hollywood and got molested and sent away. And nobody believed what they were saying. We went, he's big. I was just saying, he's a
He
big
took
black man.
persecution, yeah.
I said, hey, you know.
Because you
first of
chose
all,
to not crush his head.
Hey, well, and the thing is that even if I did, does that mean I didn't get molested?
That's true.
See,
That's true.
People want to say this, man. I started to examine it, and you have to examine it too, because I saw him.
Terry doesn't stop at his personal story. He reveals 6 high-profile figures affected by abuse or trauma in Hollywood: Cat Williams, Terrence Howard, Drake, Martin Lawrence, Britney Spears, and even Ted Cruz. While the experiences vary, the common thread is exploitation and secrecy. Terry frames these revelations in the context of Epstein-style abuse, showing how power and wealth allow misconduct to persist unnoticed. By naming these individuals, he highlights the extent of systemic abuse and the courage required to speak out, even when fame or fortune could make it risky.
You understand what I mean? That's what the addiction does. You go, why would I risk this? And that's what people don't understand. The Epstein stuff, because what happens, it grows and grows. And you see the secrecy? And it grew. And it was under the carpet until the files got open and it stank. And it's nasty. And you see how rank and foul it gets because they all waited and were hoping one day, like I used to. Like literally the world was like, what is it we don't know about y'all? Just like she asked me. And all of a sudden, remember, it will be revealed.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, it will. And I sued them. Bro, I spent we spent $500,000 of our own money. And let me tell you, I would go to home and I said, babe, we can't do this. And wait, and when I did the tweets, I knew Hollywood was over again. Because everybody was like, Terry, you went up against William Morris Endeavor, the biggest agency in Hollywood. I said,
And
I don't care.
And you wouldn't believe the big names that emailed and texted and called us asking him to drop it.
Yep, big,
Yeah.
big. And I was like, nope.
Justice didn't come easy. Terry invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to hold the perpetrators accountable. He endured harassment, calls to drop the case, and even threats from top industry figures. Yet, his resolve never wavered. This legal battle shows the cost of speaking out in Hollywood, where victims often face retaliation. Terry's perseverance demonstrates that challenging the status quo can be daunting, but it is essential to dismantle systems that allow predators to operate with impunity.
We out.
And we were tapped and we were harassed and we were gang stalked and
How long did this process take?
Oh, it was a
that's still
2-year
crazy.
process. Wait, man, I got calls from the heads of the people, and they're like, look, Terry, you don't want to do this. I was like, man, yes, I do, and don't call me again. Lose my number, bruh. Now that's come to,
but that's
why I said,
God is on your side.
but remember now, you gotta understand, I was already saying it's over. I came home to her and I said, Hollywood's done. Remember that? I said, we're done.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what happened? I got more.
You got more work.
I got more. God gave me more. It went bigger. People were like, this is what we're talking. He's saying it. He's been saying it. And wait, we suspected it. And let me tell you, this is what happened. And even when they tried to deny it, I was $500,000 in. I said, I'll spend $1 million to win $1. And that's what I would constantly say, that I will spend $1 million just to win that $1 that they owe me. We gotta take a stand for all the people who couldn't. Imagine all the little girls that couldn't say nothing. All the people the men that had been molested. I ain't even talking about the women. I'm talking about the guys that had been molested and whatever, and sent away, and then, we don't believe you.
That's good.
I said, we have to make this stand. And you know what happened? All these people came and joined.
Other victims of this man.
And we didn't go, they said, we don't want to be a public facing, but we'll join you. And I said, oh.
It was like 13 people.
And William Morris was like, we quit. Here, we'll give you your money back.
Yep.
He got him out of there. Before they said there's no way he could leave, he's a partner. And then I was like, can he leave now? It was like, yeah. Yikes. And God stood up for us.
Yeah.
After years of struggle, Terry's efforts paid off. Not only did he recover his financial losses, but he also inspired other victims to step forward. He attributes part of his strength to faith, noting how staying principled and committed to truth ultimately led to justice. His story is a powerful reminder that even in environments dominated by corruption and secrecy, standing up can make a difference. Hollywood may be riddled with abuse, but Terry's courage proves that exposure and accountability are possible. The lessons from Terry Crews' story go beyond Hollywood. They reveal a culture where silence protects abusers and victims feel powerless. Yet, by speaking out, he shatters the illusion of untouchable elites. The 6 celebrities he mentioned, Cat Williams, Terrence Howard, Drake, Martin Lawrence, Britney Spears, and Ted Cruz, highlight how widespread this abuse is. This isn't just about fame or fortune. It's about systemic exploitation and the courage to resist it. Terry's story reminds us that no one is immune, and that truth, persistence, and bravery can bring hidden crimes to light. Hollywood may try to hide its secrets, but voices like Terry Crews ensure that justice cannot be buried forever.